Activate your healing power. Well, High Flyers, June 15th. Today is 3-day. Specifically dealing with 3 of Swords. So we addressed a bit on 14th, on the 2 of Swords day. I like to anticipate what's going to come without aggravating. Ground yourself. Yes, especially during a day with the chance that something like memories of heartbreak or upset or loss come up. Access innovative thinking with lemon. Auburn and lemon. Auburn like my hair, kind of. Gets auburny in the summer. Lemon, access innovative thinking. Reminds me of cleansing, fasting. Have fun with your inner child. Seems to be the theme of the week. Theme of the week, warming up for summer. It's funny I mentioned watermelon in the last reading. You know, this reminds us of being a kid and eating watermelon. You know, it's always a nice summer treat. Awaken your empathy. Awaken your empathy. Your intuitive power, turquoise. Your connection to unconditional love, the higher heart. Up here in the sternum. Strengthen your faith with lilac. Also, strengthen your body. Ooh. Go for a run. Drink good water. Drink water with herbs. Eat good plant protein. Got some dal on the stove. I'm excited to eat that when I'm done here. Go with Abraham for the day. Thursday, which is, here we are. I'm becoming consciously aware of my inner being, matching up with that turquoise. A 2-2 card, a double master number. 2-2-2s being relationships, developing that relationship with our inner being, becoming consciously aware of it. My emotional set points can be changed with the 27 card. Slap, slap, slappy slap. Oh, there goes number 3. I learned to pay attention to my feelings. Lots of this turquoise and green, yellow energy. Why do we hide sometimes? She's hiding behind this big leaf. What causes us to hide from our feelings, or what feelings cause us to hide in situations? For me, it's overwhelming. My emotions are vibrational interpreters. And what if Source were standing in my physical shoes? Let's read that one. It's not your job to make something happen. Your work is to simply determine what you want. Yes, following that justice, judgment energy. If we're standing in your physical shoes, our attention would be upon bringing ourselves into alignment with our desires and preferences that we have launched, seeds we have planted. We would consciously feel our way into alignment by grounding ourselves, sticking our feet in the sand, Imagine yourself someplace beautiful, someplace warm, by accessing innovative thinking, connecting with the sun, the healing power of the sun, tuning into these new vibrations, the great solar flash that approaches, the new cycles, the new enlightening of humanity. You know, spirits and guides, what deck do we want to do next? Let's do some Oracle. We got Oracle coming out. 5, 4, 3 on the clock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. With Oracle. Total slap. We're gonna try that again. Native spirits and guides. Let me clarify on this summery feels. Cool thing about lilac is right now where I live, it's lilac season while it's just wrapping up. We got sadness, frustration, ground ourselves when we're feeling frustration, access innovative thinking to overcome sadness. As I was saying with lilac, strengthen your faith. With lilac, protection by strengthening our body, strengthening our connection to Mother Earth. Just flipped over there. Using our intuition to access innovative thinking, strengthen our faith, awaken our empathy, become consciously aware of our inner being. Coming into summer as the butterflies and the moths bloom and spread their wings. My emotional set points can be changed when I access innovative thinking and awaken to empathy. Anything else, Spirit, on how I learned to pay attention to my feelings, my emotions, and are vibrational interpreters. Strength, strengthening the body to strengthening the mind, strengthening our faith, our body, our mind, our empathy, so we can be prepared for these higher vibrational energies. Thank you, Spirit. What other cards might we want? Ghost. Holy Ghost, the ghost within us, the source. What if source were standing in my physical shoes? Learn to pay attention to my feelings, the ghosts of the past. Most, those old uncontrolled thoughts that are not to be feared, as Abraham would say. The Spirit, any other cards? Underlying energy here. The underlying energy of the Oracle cards for June 15th. The High Flyer Collective. If you don't know, my name is Anthony. And I'm going by Anthony the Empathic. Woo! Cleanse came out. Most notably there. Anthony the Empathic Elevator. And stop. Stop and connect with our inner child. Connect. Get grounded, especially when we're feeling frustrated. If we reach a point of frustration, find it definitely helps me to just stop, go outside and ground, or do something fun, do something exciting, do something to strengthen your body. What cards under there? Anger, trust, caution, isolation. Because when we get isolated by spirit, or by our decisions. We have to take caution to access the innovative thinking, to cleanse out the old ideas, to build our trust through faith, strengthening our foundations, our body, our pillar of being, our pillar of light. Our strength comes from that pillar. Ooh, I like that. There's a pillar on this strength card. And we tune into that pillar, that body, by connecting to Mother Earth, grounding ourselves, releasing anger, trusting our feelings, trusting that our feelings can change, that our vibration, emotions, our vibrational interpreters, our vibrational set points can be changed, because beliefs are just thoughts that we keep thinking. Necklace is wrapped up in here somewhere. There it is. So yeah, let's see what the book has to say about this, and maybe we'll throw some tarot down. Thank you for joining me on this journey today, in this hour. If this reading finds you, is meant to find you. Take what resonates, leave what does not vibrate in your heart. Welcome to June 15th, a mentally collaborative journey that builds perspective. To complement the inquisitive nature of Gemini season, flexibility, with the number 3, ask you to learn from others today, rather than staying in your intellectual comfort zone. Be the student. Yes, so the number 3. Wow. Working with others, working with spirit, working with ourselves. With our intuition, with our innovative thinking, getting grounded so we can have fun with it, with our inner child. Be wary of the trigger. 3 of Swords today warns against taking things too personally, so try to practice self-awareness if you find yourself in pain from words of others. Rather than reacting and going into anger, be cautious of anger on this 3-day. Get curious about where this pain originated. Did they unintentionally hit an unhealed wound? Although they are accountable for their actions, you can be responsible for your feeling. Yes, I learned to pay attention to my feelings, my responsibility. So how can we be flexible when it comes to triggers today, and where does that play into the world or perspective? If you can practice this level of emotional maturity, you can take a step back and find perspective with the World card. Instead of getting lost in the minutiae or drama of the day, zoom out and notice how far you've come. Perhaps you've completed a major milestone and deserve to pause and appreciate the lessons you've learned along the way. It's within gratitude that you can find emotional satisfaction you're looking for. Sweet. Gratitude helps me be a better listener and friend. Listening also helps us be a better listener. Better we get at listening, the more likely we are to listen and not react. Am I completing any major milestone in my life? It doesn't seem like we kind of always are. Yeah. But having faith in that journey is being asked of us today. It's amazing how life can unfold, and the way things come back in circles, in small circles, and gratitude just allows that wheel to keep turning. Practice mindful gratitude, today's ritual. Sit in a meditative position. Close your eyes and visualize yourself hovering over your life. What are 3 things you are grateful for? Place your hand on your heart, holding rose quartz if you have, and say thank you to these blessings. I get big ideas, a big color, the sound of water and wind, or a flash of something cool. Playing is like life. Either you feel it or you don't. American jazz pianist Errol Garner. Also Helen Hunt, born today. First thing that comes to mind with her is the movie Twister, which appropriately, spring season, tornado season. I don't know, I was always drawn to tornadoes, and I guess that's about change and allowing the world to turn in the way that it does. Perspective. Tornadoes can definitely bring perspective. Triggers. Sometimes those triggers, those emotional upheavals, 639 on the clock, we're working with, are just a gift from Spirit to remind us of that storm within us. So just remember to breathe. Get grounded today. If you feel frustrated, try to access an innovative way to gain higher perspective on the sadness that is inherently incurred with any sort of upset or heartbreak around the 3 of Swords. Perhaps a major milestone that we've gone through, overcoming. Allow yourself to cleanse, give yourself empathy in this gift of isolation. I've been talking about that isolation bubble that we're put in after a major life change or a milestone. People call it sometimes it's called, midlife crisis. It happens also during the Saturn returns and hermit periods, dark night of the soul. All different versions of kind of the same holding place where we're being asked to rebuild our strength, rebuild our faith, tune into our intuition, to stop and pay attention to our feelings and cleanse out the anger from the past, the apathy, and to know that we're becoming consciously aware of our inner beings, that on this journey is expanding. We are working with Source, and if Source were to be standing in our physical shoes, we will consciously feel our way into alignment, building that trust. Trust has to be built, and it goes the same. How, ask ourselves, how are you building trust with your spirit, your guide, your inner child? What innovative and fun ways can strengthen and our intuition so we can have a natural bubble of protection that we develop during this isolation? It's the gift of this time we're given during isolation, is to develop a natural bubble, shield, if you will, of light that's created by us being in alignment. As my desires and beliefs are only thoughts. That's the perfect card to end on. Your desires and beliefs are just thoughts. Ask and it is given. The law of attraction, the most powerful law in the universe. You ask through your attention, through your wanting, through your desire. That is the asking. Whether you desire it to happen or you desire it not to happen, you are asking. So where are we asking for these experiences? Where do we ask with our energy, with trapped emotions or residual beliefs? Where are we asking for the clarity and for this cycle? Or have you asked for where have you been, where you are now? And to see how far you've come, to recognize where you are now in many ways is where you always wanted to be as a child. And the life you have now is, for some, a dream life. So to give ourselves empathy and clarity, and to stop and to know that anytime we're dealing with something like this, our emotional set points can be changed. That my emotions are vibrational interpreters. That it's time to stand in our strength and be your own source of protection. So I hope this finds you all on a fantastic altitude today. Enjoy the rest of this week. 22:22 on the clock. All about relationships and reciprocation, trust. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. I'm Anthony with Area Intuitions, or Anthony the Empathic Elevator. If you'd like to work with me, shoot me an email. Personal readings and prices are just available on my website, and I look forward to continuing this journey with all of you. Tata et tout d'allure. Au revoir. Bye.